I just left the appointment with this FSBO, and she's going to be listing the home with me. And let me share with you how I got this FSBO. Maybe you can try this on your own. So basically, when I called this FSBO, and she was on the market for like 2 days, I think it was fresh on the market. So I called her, and when I called her, she was like, no, I'm gonna try on my own, and maybe call me in 2 weeks. As you know, they always say that. So if you're calling FSBO and you don't get anything like the first try or the second try, that doesn't mean it's a no forever. So that's a mistake that I learned. Don't just call them one time and then you don't call them anymore. So anyway, so when I called her, she was like, yeah, give it a try, maybe in 2 weeks. But obviously I didn't want to wait 2 weeks. As you know, you need to follow up very aggressively. So I didn't wait 2 weeks. So I called her again. I think it was 3 days later, and I remember it was on a Sunday. I called her and we talked for a little bit. I think we talked for like 13 minutes, and then she was like, hey, it's a Sunday, I'm being nice, I will talk to you. So she started telling me why she needs to sell that house, and she told me all the story. So okay, and then she was like, but I'm gonna keep trying. It's like, okay, no problem, I respect that. And she was like, okay, I'm gonna keep and then I was like, I'm gonna keep checking with you to see how you're making out. And then so I kept checking with her. Then I sent her a text with my information, my business card. She didn't say anything. A couple days later, nothing. Then I sent her another text, just say, hey, just checking how you making out. Did you had any showings, any offers over the weekends? And then she started answering, and then she told me she was looking for a garage. So I started looking for a garage. I kept sending her some garage. So we stayed in touch for, I would say, about almost a month. So I kept texting, and then she started asking me. I remember one day I sent her a text, hey, did you had any showings, any offers over the weekend? She was like, I actually took it off the market. It's like, oh, okay. And then she was like, I'm gonna wait until next month, and then I'll decide. And then I was like, okay, I respect it. Then I kept texting her again, like 2-3 days later. Hey, how you doing? Just checking, if you have any plans on interviewing some agents for the job. She was like, she started asking me how much is my commission. And I was like, hey, that's something we can discuss when we meet. That's something we can go over it. She was like, okay. And then she was like, okay, I will meet with you at the end of the month, which is, I think it was 2 weeks before the end of the month. So I said, okay, great. And then I text her. I remember it was like a Saturday evening, and I sent her another text. Hey, I know you said you will meet with me at the end of the month. Is that still the case? And then she was like, okay, I'm going to be at the house. I'm meeting Eversource at the house on Thursday, 9 to 11. Can you meet me there? So I was like, yes, I can meet you there. So, she texted me, and she was like, I will get back to you with the time. And then the next day she sent me a text, hey, Roberto, I will be there from 9 to 11. Can you be there? So, and I told her, yes, I will be there, which is today. I just met with her, super nice lady. And then I remember when she texted me too, she said, we can go over some market analysis. Maybe you can help me out. I said, yes, great, I will be there. So I met with her. Like I said, very nice lady. She showed me the house, and that house, I actually, one of my buyers, they tried to buy the house last year, so I know the house really well. So she showed me around, and she then we went over some market analysis. She actually priced the home. She priced the home really, really well priced. It wasn't too crazy, but I even I did a deep market analysis, and we went over some numbers, and I told her, listen, the market is changing, and this is a strategy that I use to get more people to come by. You want to get more offers versus nothing, or maybe like just one, but this is a strategy that I use to get not just one but multiple offers. So we we're gonna have to drop the price. So she was at like 412,000, and I was able to get her down to 390, and she agreed to that. She's like, yeah, no, makes sense, you know, makes sense, I need to sell this house. And she bought the house cash too. So and also too, she has another house that now she's like, can you do a market analysis on the other house that I have, because I don't really want to deal with the tenants anymore, so I might sell that one there too. So this is how you can see that one call, you can make one call, it could change your business forever. So if you're not like making calls, if you're not like calling FSBO, especially FSBO, you have to call them. These, I think, in my opinion, they are the best leads to call, because they want to sell. You're not going to get anything the first time, the second time, but if you keep checking, you keep following up. And also, she told me that she likes how I am a professional. And she said, listen to this story. She told me the reason she took it off the market, she had one agent that called her and really pissed her off. She says she got so aggravated, she got so pissed off, then she decided to take the house off the market. She said the realtor that called her was like, he was like, oh, you know, you priced too high, that's not gonna sell. You know, please guys, if you're making calls, don't be too aggressive, just be very nice. You know, acknowledge them, like don't act like, oh, you know more than them. So be very nice, be very patient, and then just keep checking. So she says the reason she wanted to meet me, because she likes how I was professional, how I was checking on her, I wasn't too pushy, and you know, she likes my personality. So please, when you make calls, don't be too aggressive. Follow up, but don't be like, you know, don't be too pushy, don't be too aggressive. So but there is that's my story. And also too, 2 days ago I just listed another one, agreement signed. So these calls, they do work. I can't even tell you how I'm feeling. Like at first I didn't expect, you know, I didn't believe it, but it works 100%. So but that's just my story. So I'm gonna be putting this on the market. She said give her about 2 weeks, then we can go on the market and hopefully get this home sold, and maybe, who knows, help her sell the other one. So if you're making calls, keep doing it. Your listing is coming, just keep trying. And by the way, if you have any question, just you can send me an email, send me a text, and I'll see you on the next video, guys.